piano, and today we are looking at our Steinway Model L. Now, this is a really great piano. It was made in 1927 originally, and it was more recently rebuilt. Has new strings, pin blocks, hammers, and all around it's just a really lovely instrument. It's got real ivory keys, so the touch is just immaculate, about the best you can get. Fans of the Steinway feel and action are really going to like this. It's got a very familiar Steinway feel to it. The sound quality is just lovely. It's got a really nice bass. And yeah, a very sweet upper range too. And now we're going to turn this camera around to my coworker, Brendan, who is going to give us another look at this piano.
Hi, so my name is Brendan. One question that we get frequently with any of our used pianos, but especially something as nice and as sought after as a Steinway grand piano, is what's the condition of it? Is it flawless? And I'll tell you point blank that this is a very nice Steinway, but it is not completely flawless. And that is one of the reasons why it's priced the way it is. Because some people, when looking at Steinways, only want absolutely perfect. There are a few things that we need to disclose about this piano. So I want to show you the good, the bad, and the not so pretty, you know? So on here, we've got the beautiful ivories. So these are in crazy good condition. I mean, there are no chips on any of the ivories on here. However, you will notice that the coloration is a little inconsistent. So there's one thing to be aware of, but that's normal for the Steinways here. Our team has gone over the case. I think it looks quite excellent, but if you will notice, there are very small things that we're going to do some touch up on. The final condition of the case will be quite excellent, but I cannot promise that every single scratch on this entire thing will be completely gone. For the new strings, you'll notice on here that these are in quite good condition. The oxidation is pretty minimal. There's a little bit of discoloration on a few spots that we're planning on doing a little bit of touch up on. On the pins here, you'll notice that everything was drilled pretty darn well. I will point out, because I've had customers ask about it, there are two pins right here, a couple pins down here in the base, that whether it was the original drilling or just the pressure over time are slightly akimbo. However, it holds its tune quite well. It's very stable. It's more of a aesthetic consideration that when your music desk is in the right position is really of no concern. On here, we'll go through real quick on the bridge and everything in here. I'm going to pull up my flashlight just so we can get an extra good look. The bridge is in quite good shape. On here, if you pull out a microscope, you might be able to find a couple hairline cracks in it. There is one tiny one right here. There's a couple of these that are quite stable. This is fairly normal with bridges. As you can see, you've got all the string tension with these pins at kind of strange angles. So this is not super uncommon. Tiny one right there. So very minor, but those are there. On the soundboard itself, let's take a look at the soundboard. So on here you can see that from the top, this looks absolutely flawless, top to bottom, all over the place here. This looks quite excellent. The seam right here along the rim is quite excellent. Everything on here is quite excellent. However, we are going to look at the soundboard not only from the top, but also the bottom. And this is what I'd recommend on any piano purchase, because as you can see, it looks perfect on top. However, on the bottom, there are a few things that you need to see. So underneath here, we've got a little bit, as you can kind of see underneath here, there is a little bit of a repair here. And a little bit of a repair right here. So these are two spots where over time, all of the wood that's been kind of put together in this kind of weird soundboard, you know, trees do not grow like this. You have to put pieces of wood that are about 13 to 15 centimeters thick, or millimeters thick, next to each other. So you have a couple of these seams. However, the ribs, these are all very firmly attached to the ribs. So the way you hear the piano today, it is going to continue sounding this excellent for many, many years. So while the soundboard looks perfect from the top, there are some imperfections from the bottom that any buyer of this instrument should be aware of. On the entire cabinet, it looks gorgeous in my opinion. You know, the wood, the flame maple on this just looks absolutely gorgeous. All around, no major imperfections, but as I pointed out, there are just minor, minor imperfections. On the hinges here, there is a little bit of discoloration. We're going to do our best to kind of clean this up, but that does happen over time, as things oxidize. All right, so we took a short break, so you don't have to watch me scramble under the floor to get everything taken apart, but we pulled the action on here. So we're going to show you a little bit under the hood on the instrument here. So as you can probably tell, the slightly darker wood is going to be kind of original, so like the original key sticks that the ivories are on. However, as we can kind of see from the side here, the action parts, the ones that really determine the responsiveness of the action here, these are new. This is new wood and new hammers that have. If you look at how much felt is on here, that's a lot of life left. A lot of times we have instruments that come in and there's maybe a little bit more than the purple, but not much. This is a lot of life left in these instruments with everything here. We've gone through and done some shaping. This is one where we're going to go through and do a little more key leveling, fine tune everything. But in here, all of the felts are just in great condition for everything that we're doing. As you may notice, not all of the hammers here or the whipping assembly or anything like that are necessarily labeled. So in terms of figuring out exactly if all of this is original Steinway parts, we believe so, but I don't necessarily have confirmation since it's not. Well, actually, sorry, right here it does say Steinway on the hammers. So we do have it on that one. So we do have the one there, and then all of them are labeled so they're positioned correctly. So this is the inside of the Steinway L.
All right, and there you have it. That is our Steinway Model L. Just all around a very beautiful instrument. Really love the finish in particular. It's really stunning, that flamed mahogany. So if you have any questions, anything like that, you can reach out to me at max@familypiano.com, and I am more than happy to help you out in any way I can. Thank you very much.